Today, Wednesday, the 28th of May 2025, we have our sure handpicked match prediction to share with you, which of course will be backed up by stat and analytics. Looking at the first sure pick event in our today's list, the 28th, we are looking at Armenia in the Premier League, a match between Ararat Armenia against Ararat Yerevan. If you look here, what you're going to see, first of all, Ararat is in the second position of the league table and its opponent in the 8th position. First, I want to share with you some stats based on the match performances of Ararat in the recent event they've had. Looking at this, what you're going to see is the fact that the most recent events of Ararat in the event they've had at home have proved to be very offensive. Scoring 4, scoring 5, scoring 1, 2, and 3 prove that the offensive lineup is very good based on recent event. If we compare with that of its opponent, on the other hand, which is Yerevan, you're going to notice that Yerevan recently have proved to have a high conceding strength, conceding 5 goals, 3 goals, 2 goals in recent event they have had. Of course, looking at these, we want to look at the form performance in terms of the recent event they've had, and looking at this, you're going to see that Ararat Armenia is the one which is leading the form table. They sit on the first place. They have recently had 5 games, scoring 16 and conceding 3. That's an offensive line that proved to be very offensive, and the defense is very tight. If we look at Ararat Yerevan, sitting on the 10th place, they have proved that the defense is not good. They have conceded 13 goals in 5-game play. In other words, they are able to concede at least 2 goals plus in each game play, and they can score at least 1.8 goals in each game play. Looking at this, of course, Ararat have proved to have an offensive line that is very good to break the defense or the weak defense of Ararat Yerevan. As a result, we look at the probability of goals since one side has a defensive line that concedes more and one side have a very high offensive strength. And at all, looking at this, of course, first we are looking at the fact that the recent head-to-head they just had, as you can see, resulted to a total of 5 goals, a 3-against-2, and Ararat play at home and Yerevan play at away. Since Yerevan proved to see how they can improve in their strike power and trying to see how they can also impress, both of the two in the last head-to-head impressed them more, causing more shoot on and off target. This time, it is still having Ararat, the home, coming home with a more offense, and Yerevan, which proved to have a defense that is weak, they will this time want to impress since they had a loss in the last head-to-head. Impression rate will be high for Yerevan and as well as for Ararat Armenia. As a result, these two are coming to meet. We are looking there for a high shoot on and off target. As a result, we expect 2 short picks here in full time. 1, the probability of 1.5 goal in full time. 2, the probability of 2 goals over. These are our sure hand pick for this event in full time. 1.5 goal or 2 goals over. Let's proceed to the next sure hand pick of our today's list, Wednesday the 28th. Let's proceed. Looking at the next sure hand pick event is a match in the Norway Eliteserien. We want to look at Bodø/Glimt playing against Viking. In this event, of course, both of these two gameplay sides have proved to have an offense which is good in terms of corner kick scoring. And the defense is not very tight to concede. And first, I will share with you some performances and stats to back this up so that you see our picks behind. And first, I will share with you the recent event had by Bodø/Glimt and the performances in terms of the strike power of corner kicks. First, I'm looking at Bodø/Glimt having a game against Rosenborg. In this gameplay, Bodø/Glimt impressed in terms of corner kick, where they were able to score 5 corner kicks in this gameplay in full time. And now, looking at the next game which they played against Tottenham, you are going to still see that here, Bodø/Glimt still impressed in terms of corner kick. But since this was in the Europa League, it is not just a straight league itself, which we are not going to too much consider this. So I want to just look at the gameplay which they had in the Eliteserien itself. So we are going to consider the next, which is against Kufum in the Kufum Oslo. This time, you're going to see that they still show a great impression where they were able to score at least 11 corner kicks here. In the first gameplay, they were able to score 5. This time, 11 corners were scored. Now, of course, If we look at those two, most of the recent events they have had in the Eliteserien itself, they prove that the scoring capacity in terms of corner kick is really good. And they do concede as well, because as you can see here, when they score a total of 11, they were also able to concede 6, as you can see, against Kufum Oslo. To prove that offense in corner scoring is good, and defense, that is, they also concede more in corners. If we now compare with that of Vikings, on the other hand, in terms of the recent event they have had in the Eliteserien itself, by the strength of scoring in corner kicks and how they concede, I will share with you the first event, which is against Kristiansund. And here, you're going to see that Viking impressed in terms of corner kick, where they were able to score at least 6 corners. And even though they scored these 6, they also concede a total of 5. To tell you that they are good in scoring, they are also good in conceding. Same way as the home team in terms of what we have shared. Let's now look at the next event play they had against Asane. This time, Viking still play at the way, and this time you are still going to see that Viking show that they score at least 4 corners, as you can see. At least 4 corners in this event. But this one is the NM Cup, so we are not going to regard that as much. We want to look only in the Eliteserien. So let's look at the game in the Eliteserien, where they had a game against Haugesund. This time it is Eliteserien itself, and you're going to see that Viking impressed here by scoring at least 7 corners, and they concede 3. Now in the Eliteserien itself, you can see that Viking is good at scoring, and they also concede. Same way the home team Bodo is also the same. And now want to lastly look, this is also the cup, so I don't want to look at that particular cup event. But of course, we just have 2 most recent games they have had in the Eliteserien when they play at the way. That is, they had a game against Kristiansund and against Haugesund. These 2 have shown that Viking is good at corner kick scoring, and they do concede as well. So these 2 teams are now coming to meet in terms of this tournament. And since both sides have proved to have good scoring capacity in terms of corner kick, and they do also concede, we want to look at our shorthand pick, the first here to be at least 6.5 corners in full time. Secondly, we're also looking at 7.5 corners in full time, and we also want to consider the probability of 8.5 corner kick for this event in full time. But you can stay at 6.5, 7.5 in terms of corners. So this is the next handpick events as our short pick of the day. And to those of you who want to have access to all our handpick events, which we share to members only, based on our top upcoming events like top 9, top 10, and top 12, as well as top 15, then of course you want to make sure that you subscribe to the membership package plan by having access to either level 2 Pro membership package plan or level 3 master plan to have access to all our handpick events, as you can see here, as we share to members only. To also be able to access this area, to see how you can find your picks in the list, and also to discover our sure pick in the list of game we give to you to boost your winning by a greater percent. Also, once you subscribe as a member of either level 2 or level 3 masterclass or plan, you're going to also have access to our top-notch tutorial classes. For example, if you subscribe to the level 2 Pro membership package plan, you're going to have access to all our handpick events, as well as at the same time, you have access to some top-notch tutorial classes titled as a level 2 Pro class. To access the classes, then you want to make sure to navigate to the playlist section, as you can see here, and click on that directly. Once you do that, you'll be able to see an area that states level 2 Pro class, as you can see here. Just click on that, and once you do so, you have this page open to you. At this area, you'll be able to watch all the strategy we have for level 2 Pro members. These include live match corner kick strategy that boosts your winning. Here we provide you games in terms of corner kicks, and you follow the event live to make more win, just as we have explained in this video tutorial, and you're going to see exactly how we are doing so. And this is how we have been boosting our winning, making more wins over and over. So you are going to see that strategy in this video tutorial, followed by a simple trick to make consistent wins step by step. And the next will be the match prediction strategy you have never seen before. That reveals how you can find some game event to include in your sleep, and which of the games are the most relevant and value. The next is a straight win and comeback strategy that you can use at the advantage, followed by a tactical straight win and 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies. And of course, and we have the next, which is 99% win rate strategy for you. These are the top-notch tutorial classes for level 2 Pro members. And for you to have this access, you want to make sure to join the Level 2 Pro by using the link below this video to see how you can become a member to have access to these top-notch tutorial classes as well as our handpicked events. Also, becoming a member, you can also access the Level 3 Master. If you subscribe to the Level 3 Masterclass, then you want to make sure to locate the Level 3 Master as you can see here and click on it directly. At this level, you have even more top-notch tutorial classes that will amaze you. These include the excellent corner kick strategy revealed step by step, the top secret AI tool used to find games in terms of goal probability and straight wins, the game changer corner kick strategy that revealed the top secret site we use to find corner kick events to include in our sleep, 6 amazing AI tools you can use at your advantage, the home and away win match prediction strategy step by step, and the 2.5 goal strategy you can use to beat the bookies and win even more. This gives you all the tips you need to implement it and take your win to the next height, to become a master of yourself and start to see how you boost your winning. To access this area, then you want to make sure to join the Level 3 Master Plan to have this access. And now, to those of you who want some tutorials for free, then you want to make sure to locate the video tab as you can see and click on it on this area. Once you click on the video tab, you have this section displayed to you. You want to make sure you scroll across this page, and the more you go across there, you're going to discover some top-notch free classes or tutorials we have for you. For example, we have this one here, which we shared a few weeks ago, titled as the 4 Secret Soccer Prediction Strategy or Tips that will amaze you. In this video tutorial, we explain some of the 4 secret tips for amazing wins. And also we pinpoint some of the mistakes you might make that is keeping you not to win. And we have explained all so that you are not going to go to that direction and making the best choices when it comes to match predictions to boost your winning by a greater percent. Of course, the tutorial is free for everyone to watch, and you can watch that tutorial. And the more you scroll across this page, you'll discover even more. And that being said, to those of you who want to join to also become a member and have access to all our handpicked events, as you can see here, as well as having access to our top-notch tutorial classes, then of course you want to make sure to join either Level 2 Pro or Level 3 Masterclass. Good luck and see you again in the next upload, and bye-bye for now.